Alright, so hey, I'm doing well now in today's video. Finally trying out the level 100 Sariel. I also went ahead and made a HP defense set for Sariel. I'm going to be doing this a whole bunch more as of recent because I feel like majority of my characters have the attack crit, and not only to help them out in PvP but also to grind up the box CC. I think it was sometime last night we finally hit the 9 mil 250,000, which is great. Got a fair few of our characters level 100, at least the main majority of characters we've got, or I shouldn't say majority, but most of the good characters we have at level 100. I've been trying to get out as many of those founder demon raids as possible, but this is the team we're going to be using. If you guys don't know what the Sariel does, the first card here inflicts cleave damage, which does not activate crit damage, equal to 300% of attack on all enemies. The second card increases damage dealt by 60% and assumes it stands for 2 turns, which taunts enemies, reduces incoming damage by 60%, then inflicts damage equal to 450% of attack when taking damage. The ultimate, which we have 6/6, inflicts coil damage equal to 450% of attack on all enemies. The Grace decreases all enemies' crit chance by 3% and crit damage by 8% for 2 turns. The passive increases for Archangel allies crit damage by 8% for each battlefield buff. And last but not least, the Holy Relic. When an enemy uses a skill on the hero, grants an effect that increases attack by 20% for 1 turn. When inflicting damage to an enemy using skills or counters, recovers HP by 15% of damage dealt. And with the release of Elizabeth, this Sariel has become one of the best supports. Not only just being a Archangel support is very, very good, but the fact that the counter procs every single time for the Elizabeth passive, allowing her to get that full heal and the extra 15% is absolutely massive. But having a look at the rolls here, nothing too crazy. I just went ahead and made these set then, and then going over to the cosmetics. Almost maxed out. I do definitely want to work on this Sariel just a little bit more, but pretty much our whole team here is rocking the HP defense. Other than Liz, she's rocking the HP crit. But yeah, let's jump right into it. And this Sariel definitely being one of the funnest characters in the game at the moment. I felt as if though when this Sariel released, with the way that they kind of supported the Archangel team, meant that we were going to be getting a Archangel 3rd anniversary. Of course, I did have my hopes that it was going to be the Tarmiel, but hey, what can you do? Let's go for... If we put up the counter and attack instantly, that'll maximize our card draw, but it'll also get as many debuffs as possible. That way we can utilize the Zeldris in the back. I was really hoping we'd also get a backline Archangel support, but there's not much you can do there. 4 debuffs on the enemy. Those debuffs that happen from the Sariel attacks end up cutting the damage so much. You'll see later on in some of the matches, you can have fully built up traded melees do next to no damage, because not only are you lowering the crit chance, but when they do crit, it's what, losing like 30-40%, something like that. Absolutely ridiculous. The Nameless Dance is going to be a little bit annoying, mainly because it's not going to allow us to get any of that ultimate gauge. Not attacking into the counter as well, which is really, really good from him. Let's go 1, 2, and I think we might just move that as well. Get into Revive Ultimate. The Elizabeth is 4/6. We only just managed to get a 4/6 at the end of those summons. Did a whole second rotation, not a single copy to be found, which was devastating. And let's see, rushing the Barn Ultimate. I mean, even if he is 6/6, we'll see what the Revive... I haven't actually had the Revive proc on any one of my matches when using Elizabeth, so hopefully we can have it in this one here. Guessing he's putting the Terry Ult reduction, which will end up giving us the merger on the Elizabeth. Absolutely perfect card draw there. Love to see it, love to see it. I never have stuff like that happen in my games either, so... What a play, yeah. Bro's devastated. Let's see, we'll go Ultimate, level 2 Jack of Light, and... Actually, we could definitely go for this instead. That'll not only remove the Barn Ultimate, I mean, it was sealed regardless, so that was an alright play, but remove the Barn Ultimate, get the Holy Relic proc on go through, and hopefully we can just one-tap everyone with the Elizabeth ult. I think we're still 1 proc away from her full passive, so we're missing out on quite a bit here, but that should proc right afterwards, so we'll get the full heal. 1 million damage. Everyone's alive. It's not supposed to be a damaging ultimate, but it's the utility is always nice. The grey buff there from having the 4/6. I hate it when Marble does stuff like that, giving extra ultimate effects on higher ult levels. They did it with Barn. I believe Barn was the first character that actually had that happen, and then following that it was Fun Party, Oslo, and Hawk with the extra turns of the Netherrealm effect, but I don't know, man. The Elizabeth has 2 of them as well. At 4/6 it goes from a blue buff to a grey buff, and then at 6/6 it goes from 1 turn to 2 turns. Absolutely broken. I doubt the Barn will be able to do enough damage to kill anyone there anyways. And with this amount of Liz cards, should be able to wrap this match up. I wonder if we'll just be able to kill everyone here with the AoE. Let's go 1, oh, if it's not lagging. 1, 2, and 3, there we go. Come on, AoE just crit everyone and just blast this Barn team. He actually survived and fairly well as well. Oh man, I've messed up by not throwing that card out last. Oh, I've actually thrown. Oh no, we're in a real bad spot. I mean, the Barn could just not kill us. The Arthur isn't there, so he's losing quite a bit of his stats, but Twigo's still on the field. I mean, we do have quite a big increase from all of the passive stacks that Liz gets regardless, so we'll see. Maybe I just made him get the ultimate off so we could see the Elizabeth team tank. Level 3 gift card, maybe. Starting to regret that. Ouch, okay. Can we survive? I have my doubts. I mean, Elizabeth survived. Wow, what a good match as well. We easily could have won that if I didn't throw. I definitely would prefer for the Bloody Elizabeth to have the Trader Melee ultimate over hers. It's, once again, I just don't see most of the utility in her ultimate. Let's... I feel like regardless, we don't have enough kill power turn 1 to stop the Truth Seeker Merlin, so going for something along these lines is going to be our best bet. At least putting up the counter means he's going to have to attack with us twice to get the attack disable, and at that point you might as well go for the third. Yeah, although we'll get the heal on the full like stat proc, man, there's no cleanse. And if you had given the Elizabeth cleanse on that actual like maximum of the passive, that would have been so good for her. Here we go, there's the first one. She'll do a lot of damage back, Sariel. Oh, wow, HP defense as well. We might actually be able to kill if we get a crit. Oh, so close. Oh well. That's alright, that's alright. Not like we can rush any ultimates either. Oh man, Sariel is racking up damage. Look at all those debuffs as well. Means we're going to get heaps of value from the Zeldris in the back. Let's go 1. Actually, I might merge those the other way. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. Get most of our ult gauge there, and hopefully he doesn't have another attack disable and we can kind of close this match out, but it's disappointing. I really would have liked to have gone for a flawless video with this team, but I fluked, or I messed up the first one, so what can you do? You can see what I mean by, you know, once you get those debuffs put down, the Trader Meliodas' damage gets easily cut in half. Pierce as well. Pierce is a pretty good effect where you don't really need the level 2s or 3s to do the damage, but look at that, Sariel's still tanking really well. How many effects have you got? Oh yeah, you already had the full thing. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully that'll finish things off. Full crit on the AoE, please. Oh yeah. Look at that, 400,000. It's hard to have it look super good without the full Archangel team being the Margaret and the Red Tamiel, but even with just Sariel, she can look super impressive. And if we get out CC'd here, this could be a real bad match for us, but thank God we don't. Can we get a, perfect, I was gonna say can we get a merger on the Sariel counter, but I'll gladly take the double AoE instead. We don't really get a whole lot of value out of the Jack of Light card in this matchup, so we'll spam these out. Getting the most amount of debuffs out as well is going to be really good. Decreasing the damage that Lilia does is super important. And she should only be able to attack a Sariel, so if we get a crit on this first attack, we might just be able to wipe at that point. Could get pretty close to the Gotha Holy Relic, but I can see this team definitely being super strong. You can replace certain characters with whatever you like. It's this Gotha, man. It's unfortunately none of the top teams are built with this Gotha, but you can make any team a top team with this Gotha. I mean, the most of the work is from the Holy Relic. It's so insanely scary. You get to max ult gauge and your units just start killing way too easy. And I know it's contradicting myself a little bit, saying, you know, you can't have a top team. I mean, more so none of the top 3 teams are including this Gotha. But let's see. Let's put up another counter, and we'll go Jack of Light. Why not? Get the ultimate for the Sariel there. 6/6 Quell. It's not an ultimate effect I use an awful lot. I have it for DN, and obviously I use DN pretty much every day for the the Founder Demon raids, sorry. But that's only 2/6, so not the most impressive thing in the world. I really wish this Gotha was a part of those top 3 teams, but man, the DN with the Red Tamiel link is just, man, it is beyond broken. It's, especially with 4v4 coming out next week, you'll see a ton, and I promise you'll see a ton of that DN. So absolutely destroying right now. We already got to there's no way we're not at full passive. Yeah, look at that. Let's have a look at the Sariel stats before we go ahead and, yeah, some pretty decent max HP. It's, if only we didn't have all the damage reduction, but I'm positive we can still kill everyone with Sariel here, right? Surely? 6/6? Disappointing, wow. Surely we at least get rid of Lily. Once Lily is gone, I'm fine with everyone else being on the field. 200. Bro is straight tanking, my god. A real long loading time on this one. Watch your boy have mad CC. Oh, never mind. Maybe he's just not using the CC food, but you see a whole lot of these teams, a lot of the Escanor teams, where it's people that use these characters a whole bunch, and for every activity, you end up spawning into a match and they have like 370,000 CC, and it's just like, what do I do at this point? You're so far ahead and you're going first. That's where I understand, you know, the highest amount of CC going first in the game, but sometimes you really wished it went to like a coin cost or something like that, because if your opponent has like 20 more or 20,000 more CC than you, there is no way you're winning one of those matches. If you're both using CC food, of course, there's the odd chance that, yeah, they have higher CC, but you're using dodge food. They're pretty much the only matches where you stand a chance. Maybe you bait out a double rank up level 3 card and you've just put them to shambles, but let's see what he goes for here. Chucking out the Jack of Light, that way he can't get the rank up. He was going to, oh my god. Don't tell me he went for another. Oh, Sariel's just killed. Oh, just shy, yeah. That was over so quickly. Here we go, and final victim, a Diane team. If we could pick off Meliodas before the Diane gets up taunt, that'd be great. But yeah, this team really lacks a lot of turn 1 kill power. Once you get to that third turn though, you've got the Gotha Holy Relic proc, you got the Elizabeth ultimate, stuff like that. You're pretty much set. Let's go for the double there, and Jack of Light isn't going to stop anything, I don't think, other than the other Gotha's Jack of Light, but Meliodas has got the level 2, so getting those debuffs out is going to be our best bet. Getting the extra debuffs from the Jack of Light card, giving us the extra stats from our Zeldris in the back, definitely our best player there. Let's see what kind of damage you'll get with melee. That's if he goes for melee, of course. Oh, I didn't even think. It disables level 2, so that was perfect. Wow. Characters like this with like pulverize effects and the Jack of Light card, it changes so much on each rarity. They're going to be impossible to remember what it does. This is me making excuses for not having a clue what certain card effects do, in all honesty. There we go. And that got the Elizabeth to max, didn't it? 5, okay. Let's go single target into you and then double AoE. I honestly reckon we can finish off Gotha here. If we just get some nasty crits. Oh yeah, and we'll finish off the DN as well. Melee's got too much HP, that's for sure. Easy. Well, we won every single match other than that first one, which in my eyes we won that one, so let's wrap up the video. And there we go, that about does it for today's video. A whole bunch of fun always using these exhibition tournament teams, and I mean, yeah, they've shown off a whole bunch of wacky teams. I believe the rules were that they couldn't reuse the same units over again after like one of the previous matches, so it ends up making for some real interesting stuff like this. I mean, this isn't too out of the ordinary to what you'd kind of see, but it's a different combination. Usually Elizabeth is always paired up with her red Tommy and stuff like that, but that about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button, subscribe, really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.